Hello everyone and welcome back to the Breakdown How-To. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to stream to twitch.tv using OBS. I'm assuming you've just downloaded OBS. If you haven't downloaded OBS yet, you can check it out at the first link down below. But once you have it downloaded, you're going to see a screen basically like this. But first, I think we need to pay some bills, so be sure to go check out our merchandise store at shop.thebreakdown.xyz. That is the second link down below. Over there, you'll find awesome tech, gaming-related t-shirts that you'll love to wear on stream and throughout your daily life. Again, that is shop.thebreakdown.xyz, second link down below. Nevertheless, let's go ahead and dive on into this here. So, when you first download OBS, it's going to look like this. Probably going to be a black screen, and you might have a thing called Scene 1. If you don't, no problems. Just come down here to the plus, click on the plus. It's going to add a scene, and we're just going to title this, let's say, TwitchTV Stream. Click enter, and now we've got this new scene down here. Now it's time to start adding some stuff into this. So, if we click the plus here, the first thing you're probably going to want to do is come down and click on Display Capture, right? Create a new display capture. I'm just going to name this, display. Sure, we'll just do display, right? And so, name that whatever you want, and then click OK. Then it's going to open this up, and it's going to capture your entire main display. Click OK. But if you're like me and your monitor's bigger than 1080p, it's going to, it's not going to show the entire screen. As you can see, it's just showing us this kind of top corner right up here. What we want to do is click on the little red dot in the corner, drag it down, and then bring this back over here. Click on the little red dot in the corner again. Right? Drag it down, and then bring it back over. Then, once we've got it lined up in that corner, click on the opposite red dot and drag it back out until it's full screen. Right like that. Boom. Easy stuff. Now we've got a screen capture. Most games are going to be able to be shown like this, guys. Whenever you want to stream a game, you'll come in here and you'll add a display capture, and it should just set up automatically and work automatically, like Fortnite. This will work this way. But some games you might run into won't. And if that's the case, click the plus down here, and then go to Game Capture. Now, I don't have any games open, but when you click OK on Game Capture, you'll see the games that are available here, right? Any full screen application can sometimes work. Specific windows, that means you're going to be able to select specifically on the game, and then capture foreground window with hotkey. I don't necessarily know what that does, but these first two are going to help you out. However, like I said, I don't have a game open, so no worries there. Now, we've got our game added, right? Our desktop added. We're seeing our screen. How do we add in a face cam? Well, it's pretty simple. Click on the plus down here, come down to where it says video capture device, and boom, we're going to type this in. I'm actually going to title this capture card because my face cam is already added. I'll show you guys how to add something that you've added in another scene here in a second. But let's go ahead and add the capture card. So click OK here. And now, as you can see, we can add our webcam here. Or we could add my Elgato Game Capture HD capture card. As you can see, it's in use by another application. It's fine because there's nothing even distributing to it. Like my console's not on right now anyway, so it wouldn't matter. But we can go ahead and click OK on that. And now we've got our capture card here. And you can move this around. Let's say for whatever reason you wanted to have like two games running at once. Like you playing on the PC and your friends playing on the console, right? So you could actually do side-by-side streams by doing that right there. But we don't want that anymore, but that's how you can add a capture card or a face cam. But what if you've added your face cam in like a different scene, like I have, right? Go ahead and delete that capture card by clicking that minus button there. We're going to click the plus again. We're going to go back down to video capture device, except this time we're going to add existing. As you can see, video capture device there, and hi, how you guys doing? So it now added me as a face cam. I'm going to drag me to the bottom right down here. Drag this smaller. I think that looks about great. Now, what about adding in like an image, like an overlay or something along those lines, right? Well, that's pretty easy to do as well. Just click the plus button here, come down to where it says image right there, click on image, and then you want to title this, let's say overlay, right? Or thumbnail, watermark. Well, this is watermark, right? So click OK on that, then go to browse here. You then want to find the image you want to add in. I'm going to add in the Breakdown logo here. Boom, brand logos, and there we go. So here's the Breakdown logo. Looks good to me. Click OK. Now, obviously, you're going to want this to have a transparent background like this one does, but this is a bit big. I don't know about you, but this is a bit overwhelming, so we need to scale this down, and doing that's easy. You guys know how to do it. Click on the red dot, scroll it down, and so on and so forth. Now, you can just click on any element here and drag it, right? Want to click on the face cam? I can drag that anywhere I want. Super simple stuff and easy to use. But now let's go ahead, get this set up in our bottom left-hand corner, right like that. Looking good. Now we've got a watermark, we've got our face cam added, our game is in the background, our desktop. That is what we want. We are now ready to stream. So, how do you do that? Well, that's why you're here, right? So what we want to do is come up here to our, where it says settings, down here at the bottom, right? Not at the top, my bad. I think you can actually go File, Settings there, and there you go. It takes you to the settings. You can also click on Settings in the bottom right down here, and it will take you to Settings. Once you're here, you want to go to Stream, and then I have it set for YouTube Gaming currently, but I don't want to stream to that. Not a good service, right? We're going to stream to Twitch. So click on Twitch, and then it's going to ask you what server you want to go with. Now, you could go down through here and find the one that's closest to you. I know that I have a great connection to the Atlanta, Georgia server, right? I know that for a fact, but if you don't know that, let's say you do auto, that's going to pick the best one it thinks for you. Now we need a stream key. Well, where do you find that? We need to go to Twitch. So if we open up Twitch here, we'll be able to see we're on the Twitch homepage, but where do we want to go from here? Well, just click on the top right, and then click on your channel's dashboard right over here. Then it's going to take us to this, where we want to come over to the side, come down to settings, right, in this left-hand sidebar, and click on channel. Here, we're going to find our stream key. I don't care to show this to you guys, I understand, because guess what? I'm going to reset it as soon as I finish this, right? That way you guys won't be able to stream to this account. But I'm going to go ahead and copy that, come back over here to OBS, and then you want to take this stream key and then just paste it right in there like that. If we click show, boom, there's the stream key. Awesome stuff. Now click apply, and now we need to set our bit rates, right? To do that, come over here to output, and this is where we're going to be able to set like our streaming settings and things like that. You can find those linked in the description down below. If we come here, here they are. Now, I'm wanting to be streaming in 1080p 60 FPS because I know I have the internet to handle it, I have the computer to handle it, but you might want to stream at 720p 30 FPS. Whatever your settings are, they're pretty easily laid out here, but I'm going to show you how to set up 1080p 60 FPS just so you know you can change it to whatever you want. So for that, we're going to want a 4500 to 6000 kilobits per second bit rate. That is 6 megabytes per second. To stream at that, you need at least probably 12 megabytes per second upload, 10 megabytes per second upload at the least, which would translate to 10,000 kilobytes per second, or in this case, 6,000 kilobytes per second bit rate, which is what we're going to move over here into OBS. So we open up OBS, we're in the Output tab here. We want to come in here and change this from 9,000 to 6,000 on our bit rate. If you were streaming at 720p, 30 FPS down here, you would put in, let's say, a 3,000 bit rate. Right, so you'd come over here to OBS and you'd enter 3000 here. Now, this does have, I think, advanced settings opened, right? As you can see, output method is advanced, so you might want to change that to advanced. Yours may look like this. Come up here, click on this, and click on advanced. And then once you're in here, you can change your bit rate and all that stuff, and it'll look exactly like mine. For encoder here, you can do X.264, that's going to be processor-based, or NVNC, which is going to be more of GPU-based if you have an NVIDIA GPU. I do, so I'm going to switch it over to that. Switch this back up to a 6,000 bit rate, and now we're good. Keyframe interval, things like that. Twitch doesn't care about that. It says to do 2 seconds. If you want to add in 2 seconds, you can. I'll be honest, never change that in a Twitch setting, and 0 has always worked fine for me, but you can change it to whatever. And everything else can basically be left the same here. Go ahead and click apply. Now, if we come over here to audio, we can set up our microphone. Now, in my case, I have my webcam microphone selected. Typically, my AT2020 would be selected, but that's being used right now for you guys to hear me, not for the stream to hear me. So I've just got my webcam microphone selected there. You can also add in anything else you want to add in here, like other microphones. You can see where your desktop or game audio is going to come from. For me, I'm just leaving that as default, but if you have a separate audio output, you could put that there. And then for sample rate, you can just leave that the same most of the time. Once we've got that, you can click apply again if you've made changes. We didn't, so we don't do that. We want to come down to video. And this is where we want to tell the stream what output resolution we want to output at, as well as what frames per second or FPS value, right? So Here we have our base resolution of 1080p, and then we have our output resolution of 1080p. If you want to stream at 720, you would change your output resolution to 720p, 1280 by 720, but you could keep your base resolution at 1080p if you had a 1080p monitor. You could also change it down if you wanted, but that's going to kind of do some reconfiguring in the background. We're going to leave that though as our base resolution is 1080p and our output resolution as 1080p, and if you can keep these numbers the same, that is typically the best. For our FPS, I want to stream at 60 FPS, but let's say you wanted to stream at 30 FPS. You would just click on this, come down here, and click on 30. From here, we can go ahead and click Apply, click OK, and now it's as easy as clicking Start Streaming down here to start our stream. So we click on that, and now if we come back over here to our Twitch Live dashboard, we should see my stream is going to pop up. It may take a second for it to pop up, and there it is. How are you guys doing? Hi everyone. So by doing that, we are now live on Twitch. We are now streaming. As you can see, there's me frantically waving my hands like I just did. And yeah, it's awesome stuff. Congratulations, you now have streaming set up with OBS. A few things I want to note here. If people are saying your stream is skipping and dropping frames and things like that, you can check that in OBS, right? So you can come over here and see that we've dropped 0 frames. If you're dropping frames, you need to lower your bit rate. That means you're streaming at too high of a bit rate and you need to lower it. If you aren't dropping frames, you're good. Your bit rate's fine. If your quality looks good, nothing to change there. You're rocking it. Once you're ready to stop your stream, just come over here and click on Stop Streaming right there. Boom. Click Stop Streaming. After a few seconds, because there is a delay, it will stop the stream on Twitch. Right there it went. We are now offline, and yeah, it's that easy to stream to Twitch, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're building a new community here, and we would love to have you a part of it. My name is Nick. This has been a Breakdown How-To video, and I'm out, guys. Peace.